They announced a little while ago something that caused a lot of people to go, wait a minute, what? They announced that Hasbro, in cooperation with the studios, is making not another G.I. Joe film, but they are making a Snake Eyes film. A Snake Eyes standalone movie, and everybody started buzzing when they announced that Henry Golding, the guy from Crazy Rich Asians, who's becoming like one of the hottest guys in Hollywood right now. Like he's on the top of everybody's list right now. Even that last Christmas movie that looked like a dumpster fire to me, a lot of people are saying he was really good in it. So he is, of course, playing Snake Eyes at this point. Well, the news has come out. It's not just an announced movie now. It's begun shooting. The tangibilization, Rob. They've begun shooting this film. And I'll tell you what, the tangibilization, it's real now. It's real, you know, and that's a good thing. And you know what? I'm going to admit something right now. At first, when they announced that they were doing a Snake Eyes film, and Snake Eyes is one of everybody's favorite characters. Snake Eyes is such a cool character. Of course, used to be played by Ray Park, not anymore. But when they first announced it, I was like, oh, that's cool. But then the more I thought about it, I started to not love the idea. It's like everybody loves G.I. Joe, and Snake Eyes is a big part of that. And I started to think, maybe this isn't such a great idea. Maybe just doing Snake Eyes on his own, like taking out all the other great characters and all that kind of stuff. Maybe this isn't exactly the way to go with this. And I started to feel a little bit skeptical about it. But then this news came out yesterday, and so it made me pay attention to it again. I'm like, okay, and I started thinking about it some more. And I started realizing, you know what? Look at what Transformers did with Bumblebee, right? Instead of trying to have 45 different characters, they focused more on one. They made it a more personal story with great action and fantastic stuff, and they delivered a fantastic movie with Bumblebee. And I started to rethink it again, Rob, about Snake Eyes. It's like, well, you know what? Maybe this is really to its benefit. Focusing on this one character, really just focus on that character's story amidst great action and great fun. And maybe this could really work out. So, Rob, I've gone from excited to a little bit skeptical to back to being excited again. How are you feeling about the Snake Eyes now that they've announced that they've actually started shooting this thing?
Well, I'm a big G.I. Joes back in the 70s when they were 12 inches and they had gone from G.I. Joe to the Adventure Team. I've loved the G.I. Joe franchise. Now, I was a little too old to get into the 3 3/4 inch figures from the early 80s. I mean, I wanted that aircraft carrier so damn bad, but I don't think I could convince my mom I could have such a large toy. I mean, they made an F-14 Tomcat. I love G.I. Joe. But I think this is pretty cool. I think it's an interesting way to go. I think, Hasbro has wanted to make they were trying to do a universe bringing all their properties together like in the same movie. Things like Mask along with G.I. Joe, along with the Transformers,
Mask,
which I think is a little much. But I think they're doing something really smart. I mean, they're taking a page. Let's go back to the MCU. Let's make movies about our individual characters. We make those movies good, then we team them up. Can you imagine if they're working up to they're going to do individual characters and then give us the G.I. Joe team movie?
So in 2021, we'll get Roadblock and
could be. On. I mean, it depends. Maybe they're going to touch on these characters. I don't know. I think it's really exciting. Obviously, Henry Golding, we're having a Henry Golding moment here.
Yeah.
People love him ever since Crazy Rich Asians. And, I like it when an actor who makes a big splash parlays that into interesting. I mean, he does Last Christmas, which is one direction. Then you're going into a franchise property.
And don't forget his role in A Simple Favor. He was so good in A Simple Favor.
He was good in that, and he's in Guy Ritchie's The Gentleman.
That's right. Yeah, Gentleman.
And I think he's showing diversity. I don't mean because he's an Asian actor. I mean he's showing diversity in the roles he chooses, which I think is smart for any actor or actress to do that. And I think Scarlett Johansson has done that. And I think Golding is playing it, he has a really good hand and he's playing it well, to make a poker analogy.
I love it when you make poker analogies. Question is, guys, how do you feel about this? Like, maybe you're like, Snake Eyes film for a G.I. Joe franchise that hasn't done so hot. Are you excited about it? Do you think going with the single character focus is a good idea? How are you feeling about it now that they're actually shooting this movie? Jump down into the comments section below and let me know what you guys think. All right.